Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar. We're going to go ahead and get started here. We've got people still coming in, so we're waiting just 1 or 2 minutes for them to arrive. But we're going to go ahead and get started now. Again, welcome. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, today's webinar is about Argentina nature tourism, both active and non-active. My name is Scott Bush. I'm the head of team for DMC Reps in North America. Also joining me from the DMC Reps team is Jill Siebert, who is in our European office in Munich and is helping us with all things technical today. So we appreciate her being here. DMC Reps, very quickly, is a sales and marketing representation company. We represent DMCs around the globe and the outbound market of North America, specifically Canada, the United States, and Mexico, connecting DMCs with travel agents and tour operators. So we appreciate you being here. Today, we're going to introduce you to Argentina and to Innovart, the premier DMC in Argentina. We have joining us today Natalia Bocio, who is the founder and director of Innovart, and also Fernanda Saldaño, who is the booking manager at Innovart. Both of them will be presenting to you today, and they're going to tell you a little bit more about the Innovart company just a little bit later on in the presentation today. I'll tell you very quickly just the schedule for today. I also want to remind you that we're recording. The quick schedule for today is going to be roughly a 5-minute overview of Argentina as a destination, and then the main presentation of Argentina nature tourism, roughly 20 minutes, followed by approximately 10 minutes of question and answer. If you have a question, we ask that you type it into the chat box. The chat box is going to be probably, depending on your setup, either at the top or the bottom of your screen. If you move your mouse, you should see a little pop-up, and one of those will say chat. Just click on that and type in your question into the chat box, and when we get to that portion of the presentation, we'll go ahead and answer your questions. So let's go ahead and get started. Natalia, Fernanda, thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll look forward to hearing about Argentina. We'll go ahead and take it away.
Hi, everybody. How are you? My name is Natalia Bocio. I am the founder of Innovart, and today, as Scott said, we will talk about Argentina and nature tourism here. I will show you a presentation. Let me 1 minute. Can you see it? Okay. So Innovart is a DMC. We have been here operating in Argentina since 2007. We operate all the country. Argentina has many things to offer in terms of nature. It's a huge country, about 5,000 kilometers from south to north, and I think is one of the countries that has more to offer you in terms of diversity in nature, in culture, and in adventure. Here you can see in the same country glaciers, deserts, mountains, jungles, wildlife, and volcanoes as well. It's easy to get the destinations, so you can fly 2 hours from our capital city and see the falls, or 3 hours and see the glaciers, so are really very well connected. why explore Argentina and why explore it with us? We are an experienced and professional team. We are mainly women. I am the founder. We like to offer customized services to our clients. We help the agent to find the best itinerary for each client. This is one of our advantages, the best advantages. We are always innovative in the service that we offer. Here we have a map of Argentina. We used to divide the country as it is so long, so big. We used to divide in regions. We have the center that here in the map is the number 1. Here you have the capital city, Buenos Aires. Today, if it's Buenos Aires, it's a huge city, but even here you can enjoy, your passengers can enjoy some nature. We will see later on. All the international flights, or most of the international flights, arrive here to Buenos Aires and then connect with the other regions. In this webinar, we would like to share with you the diversity of the country, to see that you can visit different places in the same country and different weather, even in the same itinerary. For example, in the south, you may know Patagonia. It's a very famous destination of this country, and weather used to be cold, and we have here wildlife and mountain, lake, glaciers, very, very beautiful landscape. In the north of the country, we have the Iguazú Falls that are one of the nature of the world, the new one. And this is a total different topography. It's a jungle here in this area. Then you have here in the map at number 4, the northwest of our country, that is more related with the Andean culture. That is the Puna, we call in Spanish. It's a totally different area, like a desert. And in number 5, you have our wine region. That's the main city here is Mendoza. And from there, you can see the fabulous nature that we have in this area, include the wines. Our Malbec is worldwide known. So this will see in the following slides all these regions. Here we have Buenos Aires, and as I told you before, it is a huge city, one of the biggest cities here in South America. And it has an European style. And even if it is a seminar about nature, we include Buenos Aires because, as I mentioned before, their international flights arrive here. And also we have here in Buenos Aires things to do related with nature, like estancias, ranch, gaucho estancias, where you can make horse riding and enjoy a good asado, a barbecue. Here we call asado. That is, and spend a full day in this kind of places. And also we have an area called Delta del Tigre that you can do this. You can do kayaking here, and many activities related also with nature. So here in Buenos Aires, you can also see this kind of landscape. So after that, here we have Patagonia, and Fernanda will tell us something about Patagonia more deeper, because it's one of the regions that that has to offer a wider range of nature tourism.
Okay, well, thank you, Natalia. Hello, everybody. Well, I am talking from Patagonia. I am now 3 hours away from Bariloche. And well, perhaps some of you have already listened about Patagonia. Is our south region. We share it, also this region, with Chile. We can also include programs combining both countries that are really interesting. Well, in Patagonia, we have really the main attraction is nature. Yes, it's landscapes. We have these 4 circles are the main highlights, the most famous destinations in the region. Yes, and we have, as you can see in the pictures, some of the information. In Patagonia, mainly foreign people come in our summer, from September, in fact, from spring to autumn. Well, the high season is our summer, from December to March. And then, well, we have El Calafate and El Chaltén, that are more the places related with glaciers, with high mountains. Ushuaia, that is the southernmost city in the world. Bariloche, that is the area of the lakes. And Puerto Madryn, that is very interesting to see fauna. Yes. We can continue on the following slide. The thing that is also interesting is that in our country and in each place, each destination, we can offer, as the webinar mentioned, programs with active itineraries, active different tours like trekkings, like you can see in the picture, kayaking, overnighting in refuges, something that has to do with a high physical condition, but we also have beautiful lodges immersed in nature that can be associated with a relaxing itinerary and in deep nature. Also in Patagonia, we have the lowest population in the country, so it's very easy to reach places that are really virgin without people. Yes, it's very interesting, and foreign people are generally awesome, really awesome to see huge extensions without anybody. Yes, it's really interesting. Well, Calafate, it's the gate to see the glaciers. Yes, the highlight, the one that is most famous worldwide, is the Perito Moreno Glacier. Yes. Also, to see the glacier, we can offer beautiful cruises with an overnight in front of the glaciers. It's also possible to hike on the glacier, as you can see in the pictures. It's a really soft hike. To do kayaking, getting closer to the glacier, and combined with visits to ranches, historical ranches, horseback ridings, also overnights in beautiful ranches that are immersed in nature and lets you understand the way of living in that places that are really beautiful. And El Chaltén is our capital of trekking. From my point of view, is one of the most beautiful places in our country. I really love Chaltén, I must say. And it's a place really loved by people who are keen on hiking. But we also have a beautiful lodge with all-inclusive services, immersed in a beautiful place, and with different activities related with different interests. Yes, for active tourism or just to explore, for bird watching, to enjoy a pleasant navigation in the Desierto Lake. We have a wide range of offer. Yes, we can continue now. Let's see, we are traveling now to the end of the world, to Ushuaia. Yes, you can see some pictures here of the city that is at the shore of the Beagle Channel. It's very interesting, the city. For me, it's like a kind of something that it's out of the world. Yes, it's really special. The place, the atmosphere you feel there. We offered also yacht navigations to see different islands with lions, sea lions, with penguins, and we can even descend on the island and hike there. Yes, and another thing that we didn't mention yet is that in each area of the country we have different food, different dishes, different flavors that are special and iconic of each place. Yes, here in Ushuaia we have the crab, as you can see in the picture. We offer experiences related with the crabs, with a lunch in a fisherman town close to Ushuaia. Yes, we visit also the Tierra del Fuego National Park. The forest is really wonderful. I suggest to travel in autumn because colors are incredible, and it's possible to do hikings, to do a canoe navigation, and to do hikings on close to glaciers here too. We also have winter centers in Patagonia, but are not in fact the main destinations, the main services for foreign people. Generally, they prefer to come in summer. Yes. Well, we can continue. Ushuaia is small. We can offer perhaps two nights accommodation, and we have a wide range of offer for accommodation too. And well, Bariloche is one of the, I believe that is the most developed destination in tourism in Patagonia, although the ones that we are mentioning are really great and with a good quality in services. Patagonia, Bariloche is the biggest city. Yes, it's close to the border with Chile too. Yes, and this area in Patagonia, that is the northwest of the region, it's mainly related with lakes and mountains. Yes, with stays in islands. Here we have also one of the most iconic hotels in South America, that is the Chao Chao Hotel, that we can see in the first picture in your left. Yes, at the top. There you see the Chao Chao Hotel, that is located in an incredible place. Here in Bariloche, we have very good quality golf courses. Yes, we offer also beautiful activities and luxurious activities like picnics in places that are out of the common areas, perhaps on the top of a hill by the shore of a small lake. Also departures in yachts, yes, overnights in yachts, a lake crossing to Chile too. Yes, here we also have bird watching. It's very interesting. Many kayaking, horseback ridings, bike ridings, many services in this area for different physical conditions. Yes, And we generally combine Bariloche with the Seven Lakes Road that is on the north, to combining with San Martín de los Andes. Perhaps you already listened about that place. That's really beautiful. It's possible to organize a circuit departing from Bariloche, crossing to Chile, and coming back to Argentina by the south and visiting me. So it's beautiful, really beautiful. We can continue now. Here, now we are crossing to the Atlantic Ocean, yes, to the coast, to Puerto Madryn and Peninsula Valdez. This is a place that is incredible to see fauna, yes, in their wild condition. Yes, we have that whales watching, also with a submarine, also by the sunset. Yes, that is an activity that photographers love. Yes, you can see snorkeling with sea lions, kayaking also. We have also a beautiful ranch inside the Peninsula Valdez with activities also related with conservation. Yes. It's really interesting how close you can reach the animals, yes? Yes, and there is also by the south another place that is called Bahía Bustamante, that is out of the beaten track. Yes, it was a small, very small village, and when you are there, it's like the hosts are the animals and you are just a visitor. Yes, in a place that is really out without people. It's very beautiful in deep virgin nature. Yes. Here in Puerto Madryn, we have also a wide range of accommodation. We can see the whales by the coast too. We can continue also.
Okay.
I think that, yes.
So now we are traveling to the north of the country, the northeast. It's here we have a destination called Puerto Iguazú, where there are the Iguazú Falls. It is in the border with Brazil and Paraguay. Here we have the Iguazú Falls National Park that we share with Brazil. The best season to visit this area is from March to November. It's possible to visit all the year long, but we suggest avoiding the summer because it could be so hot. Around 35 or 38 degrees. This area is also beautiful in terms of nature, and it's something that we told before, that our country has different landscape to offer. So you can travel from Patagonia, that is all mountains, lakes, glaciers, perhaps in blue colors, to the jungle, that is here all is green. So we have the Iguazú Falls that we can visit from the Argentinian side and from the Brazilian side as well. Many times people ask me which tour is better, and I think it is worth visiting the two sides of the park, because from the Argentinian side, you have the possibility to explore the park, to be close to the falls. And from the Brazilian side, you have a shorter tour that you can get a panoramic view of the side of the falls. So the Argentinian side is bigger than the Brazilian one, and from the Brazilian you get all the panoramic view of the Argentinian side. Here inside the park, you can do a boat tour to the Devil Throat, that is the biggest fall here in the park. And it's a nice adventure boat, right? Then you can also arrange your visit to Iguazú Falls during the full moon time, because you can do a night tour to the falls, and it's amazing because you can hearing all the sounds of the jungle, and it's really worth visiting the park in that period. In this area of the Northeast, we have another destination that is called Ibera Wetlands that can be combined with the Iguazú Falls. About Iguazú Falls, I would like to notice that you can different kind of accommodations from 3-star to 5 luxury star. Inclusive, you can have a room with the view of the falls. So that is important for your clients. Here in Ibera Wetlands, most of the accommodation are lodges that include all the services, the tours, and the meals. Also, that are local meals that are really good tasting. So in this area, we can find crocodiles that are native crocodiles that are called chacares. And the thing is that you can be at 2 meters of the chacares, so that is amazing. It's safe. The tours are safe, are boat tours. The crocodiles are at their habitat. So you can visit them and take a lot of photos. Like this in this slide, you can see that it's all wetland and animals, local fauna. So this is also a very beautiful destination in terms of nature. This is a national park as well as Iguazú, but it was created 4 years ago. So this area is very virgin, more than Iguazú. We can easily combine the 2 destinations. So the passengers can experience 2 different destinations, even in the same region. It's very worth visiting this area. It's similar in terms of landscape to El Pantanal in Brazil, but this area is more virgin. So Fernanda will continue talking about.
Well, we continue with the Northwest. We have borders with Chile and Bolivia, and we also combine with both countries too, this area. This is a World Heritage. I don't find the word, but World Heritage place by the UNESCO. Yes, mainly the highlights are the Humahuaca Gorge. We have different towns, different mountains, places to visit, like the salt lakes in Jujuy. We have jungles too. It's interesting to combine it with culture, yes? We have many different and colorful villages. We can combine it with visits to small families with their projects, with perhaps wineries, with animals, people who work with wool. Yes, it's very interesting. Well, we have also tours to the Pune, yes, like in the last picture. There you find this is a place that is out of the beaten track too, that is Tolar Grande. It's a place that is really incredible. You have salt lakes, different salt lakes. That landscape, that is another thing, that is the Pune. Yes, the geography is really completely different from the gorges, from the valleys. Yes, and culture is different, and you feel like if you were out of the world too. Yes. Well, in the northwest, we also have a very interesting area that is Cafayate, a very interesting area that is related with wines. Yes, it's the main area for wine tours in the northwest. We have the Torrontés, that is a white grape, that is the highlight. It's very, very tasteful. Yes. Here in the northwest, we have a very special dishes, yes, to taste, that are beautiful, but really tasteful. Yes, we have the folk music too, different ways to reach the area. Yes, there are also villages that are located in the top of the hills, like there in your left. Yes, that is Iruya or Purmamarca, with that colorful hill there. There are hikings, really, really nice, soft hikings with llamas too. For accommodations, generally we offer boutique hotels, very nice, very warm. And we also have the possibility to overnight in the salt lakes in a glamping, where we offer stargazing that are incredible, because generally the sky is clear and the stars are dreaming. Yes, you can continue now. Well, here we are showing some pictures. Salta would be the city that is the gate, the main gate to visit the northwest. Yes, we have there a very interesting museum that is related with mummies that were found in a volcano. This area has also the foot of the Inca, the same Inca of South America that came from Cusco, Peru. Yes. Here you can see some pictures of special formations by Las Conchas Gorge, that is on the way to Cafayate. Here in the northwest, something that is interesting is that the road itself is like a tour. Yes, because you have these views that are incredible, just to go from one town to another. Yes. And then we can continue. Yes. Well, Cuyo, you can continue, Natalia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we have the other region that we have to offer in Argentina, that is the wine region, and adventure as well. This is Mendoza area. It's in the same line as Santiago de Chile. It's possible to reach from Mendoza to Santiago by land in 5 hours. This area is worth visiting all the year long, but we would suggest February to November in order also to avoid the summer. But it's not so hot as the northeast as Iguazú Falls. So here, Mendoza or Cuyo area, Cuyo region, is known as the land of the sun and the good wine, La Tierra del Sol y del Buen Vino, which are in Spanish. It's possible to overnight in a wine lodge, like in the third picture on the slide. We have really good lodges and prices are very affordable. In this wine state, we can overnight and make a visit with testing to the wineries, see how they work, they work there. We can also offer activities like a bike tour through the vineyards. That is beautiful. We can make also offer a horse riding. This area is characterized by for the beautiful landscape and weather as well. It's always sunny, so you can enjoy. We suggest to do Mendoza at the end of the trip as a relaxing part in this kind of accommodations. And in this area of Mendoza, you can also do activities related with adventure, trekking, and the cross of the Andes. Here we have the highest mountain in America, in the continent, that is called Aconcagua Hill, Aconcagua Mountain. That's the peak, the highest peak in America. So this area also have many to offer in terms of nature. Here, until here, we try to show you the diversity of our country and the possibilities that you have combining all these destinations. All these destinations are easily get by flight. Here we have some flights. The most of the flights are via Buenos Aires or via Cordoba. That is the second biggest city in Argentina. And we are here to support you to create the best itineraries. So if you ask us how to prepare an itinerary combining this destination, we will search for the best way to arrive and to combine the tours. And here to finalize, we have some ideas of itineraries with the minimum stay in its destination. If you get Buenos Aires, here you can spend 3 days and 2 nights. After that, flight in a direct flight to Puerto Madryn, Peninsula de Valdez. Do you remember this was the area that Fernanda showed us, that we have the wildlife, the penguins, the sea lions. This is a beautiful area. We here need to spend at minimum 3 days and 2 nights. And if you want to explore more deeper the Patagonia, we can add 2 days in Ushuaia. From Ushuaia, it's interesting to get a cruise from the Beagle Channel from Ushuaia to Punta Arenas in Chile. That is 3 nights. It's very worth doing. And also from Ushuaia, you can take a cruise to Antarctica. So after that, also in direct flight, you can get from Ushuaia to El Calafate and visit El Calafate, where is the Perito Moreno Glacier, and combined with El Chaltén, that was our trekking capital. So from El Calafate, it's easy to cross to Chile, to the world famous park Torres del Paine. So you can bear in mind that it's easy to combine itineraries with Argentina, from Argentina to Chile. Yeah. For example, an itinerary like this, Buenos Aires plus full Patagonia, it takes 11 days and 10 nights at minimum. I am talking, it's possible to spend 2 months if you want, but at minimum you need 10 nights. And here we have from Bariloche, you can add Bariloche and combine also with Puerto Varas in Chile. This will add 3 days to the itinerary. And we have another example of tour that also arrives in Buenos Aires. and then combine it with Puerto Iguazú, that you need a minimum 2 days and 1 night. And it's possible here to fly to Brazil. You can enter Argentina also from Brazil. Brazil has the only attractive that we don't have, that are the beaches. So we also suggest to add some days in Brazil after visiting Argentina if you want to relax in a beach. So from Puerto Iguazú, also in direct flight, you can get Salta, that it was the region of the desert, the Puna region, and also the wineries are here in Cafayate. You need to add 3 days and 2 nights at minimum. And finally, also in direct flight, you can get from Salta to Mendoza, and this was the wine area, and you need minimum 3 days and 2 nights here. So if you make an itinerary like this, you will need 11 days and 10 nights at minimum. Well, here we have the space for questions.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Yeah, so now we'll start the question and answer section. If anybody has any questions, please go ahead and type them into the chat box. Hopefully you can find that probably either at the top or the bottom of your screen. If we have any questions.
Scott, if the Asians want, we can share with them this presentation, and of course we are here to receive their answer by email, or no problem.
Sure. Yeah, and we'll just so everybody knows, we'll follow up on this webinar by sending you a link to the recording as well as the presentation. And you know, and of course, if you have any questions after that, please feel free. I know one question that's always on everybody's mind nowadays is, what are the latest COVID entry restrictions for Argentina?
Okay, here in Argentina, borders are open for international tourism. The tourists need to have a full vaccination program, a complete vaccination program, a P approved of COVID negative 72 hours before the arrival.
Okay, that's good. That's pretty flexible.
Yeah.
All right, does anybody have any other questions? Usually if there's no questions, that means because you answered all the questions in the presentation. So that's also good. Okay. All right. Well, if anybody has any other questions that you think of later, please feel free to contact either us or Innovart. We really appreciate you being here today. And again, we'll follow up either later today or at the latest tomorrow with more information and contact information for Innovart and a link to the webinar recording. So we thank you. Appreciate everybody attending today. We hope you have a fantastic day ahead. Thanks, everybody.